What's going on, guys and gals, if you're watching? Oh yeah, what I've been waiting on. Maybe what y'all been waiting on. This is my most expensive gun in my safe. And I didn't even buy it. It was given to me as a gift. Believe it or not. I did a lot of research on this gun. I guess somebody took some incentive and felt they needed to repay me for something, so they got me this. I would have had one eventually, just not as fast as this happened, because it's $1,900. It's actually $2,000 after tax, $2,050. This is a Staccato P, formerly known as STI, and it's a badass gun. We're gonna open it up right off the bat. Whenever you open it up, two 20-round Teflon coated Gen 2 2011 magazines. They're awesome. I love the extended base pads on them. I think that's badass. Built for shooters, made in USA. They're actually made in Georgetown, Texas. So don't get no more American than that, right? There she is. Obviously, I've opened this before, but because, you know, the daddy patch, you gotta let everybody in the safe know who the boss is. So we're gonna get into it right off the bat. Let's get it out. First thing I had to do whenever I bought it is I gotta put a weapon light on it. I think a weapon light is an absolute necessity on any weapon. I don't care if you carry it or not. You should have a weapon light on your weapon. In the weapon, it comes with a flush fit 17-round Teflon coated magazine. I like them. I feel like they're really high quality. And on these Gen 2 magazines, they've done some follower work to them, and they've also adjusted the lips on the magazine. I never had a 2011 to experience any of the problems that apparently the Gen 1s went through, and they had to be tuned. So far, so good. I've actually not even shot this gun yet, which is sad, considering it was $2,000 and I've had it for 4 months. Lots of dry fire with it, though. I've done lots of dry fire. But this is what it looks like with the 20-round mag in it. It sticks out just a little bit. I think it's very nice. I'm probably going to order 2 or 3 more of these. But they're very expensive. It's not like a Glock magazine where you can go pick one up for $25. No, they're expensive. But let's get into it. The Staccato P. This is not the Duo version. The Duo version has a plate here. You can replace the rear sight, and you can run a red dot optic. That's kind of what I wished I would have got, but beggars can't be choosers, right? So I'm actually really happy with what I have because I've never ran a red dot. I want to. I really want one, but I'm happy with what I have here. This is a Dawson Precision adjustable iron sight system with a blacked out insulated rear and a red fiber front. That fiber, you can see, you can pick that fiber up pretty good. I've never been a fan of the blacked out rear sights. Never really. I've actually never even manipulated a firearm with blacked out rear sights until this one. I don't think I'm going to go back to iron sights. I think I'll just utilize optic and a blacked out rear on all of my weapons from now on, because whenever I use this 1,000 lumen Surefire that I have on the bottom here, I can see my sights. So I guess I kind of bought into the gimmick of night sights for the longest time, but with a proper weapon light, you don't need night sights. 1,000 lumen light, it turns day into night, or my error, nighttime into daytime. But moving on, the safety. Ambi safety, being a right-handed shooter, Even with this ambi, whenever I grip it, it doesn't interfere with me at all. Period. Nothing. So it's a very, very positive, very tactile safety. Probably the loudest one I've ever heard, or the best one I've ever felt. Keep in mind, this is not my first 1911/2011 style weapon. I had a Colt Series 70 before this one, many years before this one, about 6-7 years ago, and I got rid of it. I'm kicking myself in the ass every day for doing that. But I really enjoy this weapon. I have really no gripes. Moving on. The slide serrations. You can see they are grippy. They are very grippy, and they're not too extremely aggressive, and they look very good. It takes nothing to manipulate this firearm. It's like butter, and then it's done. Whenever I held this at the store, because obviously I'm like a lot of people, I'm not gonna buy a weapon unless I've gotten my hands on it, especially at a $2,000 price tag. I don't know anyone that would just go, "Hey, give me a $2,000 gun." If I don't like it, oh well, I just blew $2,000. Not me. I want to put my hands on it. So I had my mind made up that I was going to get the 2019 version, where this lower came all the way to the end of the barrel, or dust cover, whatever you want to call it. That's what I had my mind set up on. I didn't even know that the 2020s were out. So I said it was a gift earlier in the video. What it was I was given the money and told, go get that pistol that you want. Well, here it is. This is the only pistol that the dealership had, was the 2020 version Staccato P, which is what I wanted. After holding it, looking at it, getting to touch it, I was like, well, this looks like a lot better pistol than the 2019 version. Just aesthetically, not functionality, anything like that. But I actually ended up liking this a lot more than the 2019 version. But yeah, man, the slide serration's easy for manipulating. The firearm from the front and the rear is the same. You can just grab it and let it go home. The gun wants to run. I haven't shot it yet. It's so sad. All I've put through it is freaking snap caps. The slide release or slide catch. I've heard and seen reviews where people are griping about that. I don't have any gripes about it, considering I just let a P320 go with probably the smallest slide release I've ever seen in my life. I feel like, and my hand is big enough, even though I'm a skinny guy, I have long fingers, to where if I have to, I can take this pistol and rotate it in my grip to drop that slide. I don't have to let it go or anything like that. So a lot of people, when they reload, as they slap that mag with their support hand, they come up and they grab it. They just send it home. I don't see where that would be an issue for me either. I don't need an extended slide release or side stop. One thing I will say that it's not a big gripe, because the magazine release is very pronounced. I wish it was just kind of checkered. See, it's just a little flat colored. It has no texturing on it. I would like some texture, but no real gripes. The trigger, oh my god, y'all! It is a 4-pound or a 4.5-pound trigger. So as long as you got the trigger safety depressed, we're gonna watch it. Take up. Look at that take up. There's no take up hardly. And then you just give it a little press. So light. It's unreal. And the reset is just as short as the take up. So as you can imagine, having this gun, playing with it, seeing everything that I'm looking at, I cannot wait to freaking shoot this thing. Cannot freaking wait. I know I'm not going to be able to outshoot it. Ain't no way. But I'm damn sure going to try. The grip safety I like how the beaver tail is not huge, pronounced, and coming way up, kind of looking stupid. I like how when the hammer drops back, how it kind of sits in the beaver tail. It's not really, the aggressiveness of the skeletonized hammer is not really protruding too much. So I like that. I like the kind of shorter, bobbed off beaver tails. Grip safety works well. I mean, I came from shooting Glocks and P320s and FNs and things of that nature. So I'm kind of having trouble with how I have to depress that grip safety. I have to adjust my grip when I go from a Glock to a 2011 style or 1911 style firearm, which is it's a learning curve, is what it is. The more I shoot it, the better I'll get. These new 2020 Gen 2 grips, I love them. A lot of people go have them sent off and have them stippled, and because they like the old tree bark. Well, I like the tree bark too, although I've never held it. I've never shot with it, but I love this. I love this gun. There's nothing about this gun that I don't like. But this, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to tell on video. There is no gap in that firearm. That slide to frame fit, unfreaking real. All Staccato says you have to do is oil this weapon. That's it. You just need to oil it. I think they put they just did a torture test from Staccato themselves. 11,000 rounds of steel cased ammo. Every 2,500 rounds, all they did was drop some oil on it and run it. Out of 11,000 rounds, the top of the crown of the barrel, one of the crown lugs, barely had any wear on it. I'm talking within a thousandth of an inch wear on it. Probably less than that. And everybody questions the durability of these weapons. I'm not sure why. The Marshall SOG units have already went to this weapon. Multiple other agencies are carrying this weapon. And everybody like my PD is still in the Stone Century, and we're carrying Glock 22s. Freaking 40 cal behemoths. I hate them. But it's what is issued to me, and at least it ain't my shit I'm tearing up, you know. This gun is outstanding. If you want to get one of these, I strongly suggest doing it. Yeah, it's expensive, but I guarantee you won't regret it. You're gonna get this gun, you're gonna put it in your hands, you're gonna manipulate the slide, you're gonna pull the trigger back, you're gonna manipulate that tactile audible ambidextrous safety, and you're gonna be like, damn, I gotta have this gun. And it's not really gonna matter how much it is, because that's what you're looking for. The quality and the craftsmanship is unfreaking real in this gun. Look at that. An American flag laser etched onto the lower receiver. The billet steel portion. Whenever you take this off, the grip, this stays on to this part of the lower billet steel receiver. Let's move along to the front end of it. Check out that bull barrel. Look how bright that fiber optic is. That's unreal. I love that. Check out that bull barrel. Look at that thing is a tank, man. It's so hefty. I was kind of worried about whenever I was watching reviews. People were like, "Oh, you need to replace your barrel after so many rounds." Well, if this guy just shot 11,000 rounds of steel case and that barrel still looks good, so I'm probably never going to shoot that much in my lifetime with this weapon. I would love to. I would love to put that kind of rounds down, but I've probably got that many in my Glock. Over the past probably 6-7 years, this guy did it in a week. 11,000 rounds in a week. I don't think you can beat this weapon. For $2,000, pull it out of the bag, load a magazine, and I don't think you're going to find a better shooting weapon than this. I just really don't. I challenge you to find one. That's factory, a production weapon that comes just out of the box, nothing done to it, no more than $2,000. You're not going to do it. Actually, I take that back. No more than about $2,200 if you want to add taxes and everything to that. Probably a Zev OZ9. I don't know what they run. I know they're expensive, but Another thing that kind of drew me to this, and I didn't know anything about it until I actually went to the shop and got to manipulate this firearm, is it has a Dawson Precision toolless guide rod system. So you don't need a bushing tool to take this weapon down. I'm not going to get into it today because sometimes it's a pain in the ass to do, and sometimes it's pretty damn easy. I don't know, maybe it's just the day or just me, but that system is badass. Whenever you take this gun apart and you want to change springs, which the weapon comes with 4 springs. You have one in the weapon, obviously from the factory. You have another factory spring. Then you have a heavy spring, and then you have a light hand load spring, which I can only imagine what this thing feels like with a light spring in it. If it's this easy to manipulate with a factory spring, oh my god, I couldn't imagine a freaking light spring. I don't know what the recoil impulse is on this because I don't know how this weapon tracks because I haven't put any rounds down. I know that whenever, oh my god, it's so smooth. I know that whenever I pull the trigger and I don't focus hard on front sight, that this gun doesn't move. I know this thing is going to be dead freaking accurate. And like I said, I love the new gen grip. I run everything I own with a tack light on it. If it don't have an X300, it's going to have a Surefire or something, or a Stream light on it. Like I just said in the beginning of the video, this is my most expensive handgun, coming in at $1,999 before tax. Luckily, where I got the gun from supports law enforcement, and I think they gave me a pretty big break on my taxes on that gun. I think I came in somewhere around the $2,050 range is what I ended up actually paying for it out the door. And I got a free hat. So, did I buy a $2,000 hat and get a free gun? Or did I buy a $2,000 gun and get a free hat? We don't know. We'll never know. But you guys like this. I want to get some more content on the video out here on the channel of the Staccato. Possibly me going shooting it, running some bill drills, things of that nature. I know if I go to the range, it's going to be 3 or 4 hours of video because I don't just go to the range and dump mags on target. Everything I do is purpose driven. Bill drills. I train from a holster. I lay down. I shoot. I do burpees and stuff like that. I want to get my heart rate going. I want to shoot to the point of failure and then push past failure to success. So you guys want to see more about the Staccato, gotta let me know. You want to see more about my battle belt, let me know. Everything should be getting uploaded here shortly. I got a couple videos waiting to upload. So y'all just like, comment, subscribe, and y'all let me know what you think.